Back again for another video. So on this topic, I want to talk about your peace as men, your peace, and women, of course, and how it relates. Because on this channel, I like to talk about the civility portion of the interactions between male and female. I don't talk so much about the natures of men, the natures of females on this channel. I do that on my other channel. I haven't updated in a while, but I recorded a few videos for it. So I'm going to hopefully release those soon. I just like to do things at an appropriate time, and people are like, anytime is appropriate for videos, but no, I gotta feel it, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, this topic is going to be about your peace. Now, I don't think many men understand what their peace is. Your peace is when you can sit in a space, no matter where it is, and you don't hear anything but your mind. That's your peace. Or you may be doing your favorite hobby, playing video games, basketball, cutting the grass. It's something where you don't hear anything but what's going on with you. That's all you have. Just your peace. Now, how this relates to women, one might ask. So let's get to it. How it relates to women is that no matter what woman you have, she is going to disrupt your peace. I mean, kids disrupt your peace. Your dog may disrupt your peace. Remember, this peace is between you and yourself, meaning what you got going on and what you're doing. That's what that peace is. Anything outside of that can disturb your peace. Now, why I bring this up? I bring this up because many men interact with women. Of course, that's what we do, right? But more specifically, we invite them into the spaces where our peace is. And due to this fact, there are rules that you should be following in regards to your peace and dealing with the woman who is invading on your peace, because there's no way to put it. There's no way to feng shui it. Any woman that comes into your space where your peace is, she is invading that. Period. That's just how it works. It may sound bad, it may sound wrong, but that's just the way it is. I'm just here to tell you how things are, not how you want them to be. This is how it works. So there are rules to this. When a woman invades your peace, you have to make her make up for it. Some way, shape, or form. She should be bringing something that outweighs your peace. What I mean by this is she should be an asset and not a liability. Because when she becomes a liability, not only are you losing your peace, but you are also losing whatever she is causing to be a liability for. So whether it be your money, your resources, your space, anything, ride to work, I don't know, anything, you should charge her something. Now, I don't necessarily mean money. No. I don't necessarily mean money. Me personally, I used to practice a principle of mine. And I haven't been practicing it lately, to be honest with you, but I'll tell you what it is anyways. People who knew me, they were required to offer me something before they asked me for something, meaning they knew that I was going to be like, what you got? As soon as they asked me for something. So I just started telling people off the top, before you ask me for anything, you need to come with a peace offering. That's exactly what it is. A peace offering, because you're offering something in exchange for my peace, meaning leaving me the hell alone, pretty much. You're offering something for that. So I think I might employ that again. I mean, I don't necessarily have to these days because everyone is doing what I expect them to do, to some degree, fashion or frequency. Everybody is doing mostly what I need them to do. So I don't have to say to them, hey, you need to come and, because they're already producing in some way, shape, or form to my liking. It may not be high, it may not be super low either, but it is to some degree that is necessary in order for the context of what's going on. So there is production already. So I don't necessarily need to imply that or employ that. But for you men out there, I would suggest that you tell people, like, straight up, doesn't matter who they are, male or female, that if before you come to me asking for something, make sure you have something to offer in return, because I don't give away nothing for free. But in regards to a man's peace, this is also how you should react to that, because you shouldn't. This is the whole rhetoric behind charging a premium for your presence, because when you bring your presence, you also bring your peace. And to me, being that women are what they are, they come into my space. I don't come into theirs. I don't care if I walk to them, they're still in my space, because my peace is the reigning force around me. That's what it is. So if they enter my space, regardless if I step to them or not, they're entering my peace, because that is what dictates and drives the whole dynamic between, the man and the woman. It's what the man does. Because remember the video that I did, lead her? Yes, that's part of it. Your energy should be the leader as well, meaning that your peace should reign supreme. But once again, women in your space, she invades your peace. You need to charge a premium for that. And what I tend to generally like to charge women for invading my peace is submission. I charge for that. Definitely. If you're going to be in my space, you're going to do what I say. That's just how it works. And the minute that they try to get out of that, they no longer get my peace. They get some other version of me, which I won't discuss on this side. And like I said, I need to put up more videos on my other channel. And I'll go into further detail probably about it on my other channel, about what the consequences are for disturbing my peace, because there are consequences. And the consequences come in the form of punishment or discipline, because it is very necessary for you as a man to have protocols for everything, or not necessarily protocols, but you need to have contingency plans for when your peace is disturbed, or when the exchange is not what you agreed upon. As far as you exchanging something for your peace, basically you exchanging for her to be in your vicinity, in your area, in your space. There should be an exchange for that. And it shouldn't be, to be frankly honest with you, it shouldn't be asked. Just to be frankly honest with you, it shouldn't be asked. The reason why it shouldn't be asked is because you can get that without disturbing your peace. You feel what I'm saying? You can get that without disturbing your peace. So it should be something that is quantitative to you, meaning that is going to add or increase to you. And it should be something very practical according to what direction you're going in. That's what I should say. Meaning that, all right, if a woman wants to come and be in my space, my peace is gone. So therefore she needs to give me an exchange. Let's say I run a business. Oh, you best believe to be in my space, you're going to do some work around here. I don't care if you sweep the floor, staple some papers, make some copies, look up and research some stuff. You're going to do something for my peace. Exchange for my peace. She's not necessarily getting the peace, but she's getting the space that your peace occupies. You feel what I'm saying? So therefore she needs to work for that. I mean, because you work for your peace, right? Peace isn't free. It's not something you just stumble upon. It's something you have to actually work hard for. So why wouldn't you charge a premium for your peace? Why? And why would you charge pussy? Because once again, you can get ass without disturbing your peace. You can get that. I mean, you can call a chick over, smash and dash, and send her on her way. That is no way, shape, or form disturbing your peace. Now, I understand that, she is invading your space. I understand that, but this isn't the same context, because this is something that you have a high desire for, that you are, putting your energy into, that you are getting some form of pleasure from. It's a very mild exchange for that piece, but it's so temporary. What I'm talking about is a longevity situation, meaning that this chick is going to be around for a minute, whether it be some hours, because let's face it, most of y'all dudes are probably 10 minutes good. You feel me? Like, it's not a huge exchange. And some dudes out there, you can pop out a few hours, but nonetheless, she's gone. She's gone by the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have her over for dinner, she needs to do something. She needs to wash the dishes. I'm telling you. And this is what the behavior needs to be, because then it charges the woman up to believe that, or to be groomed rather. It is a program. to be groomed that she just cannot come here and invade your peace for nothing. Because she's going to do that not only with you, but every man after that, or every man that she deals with past that point. We need to set a general standard for men's behavior, because this is what curves the women. If every dude that she dealt with made her do something when she came over to their house, best believe that you won't have to say nothing when you run across her, because she's been groomed to do that already. Every dude that she dealt with groomed her to do that. You feel what I'm saying? So therefore, if we set the standard across the board for our premium, we weed out all these maggles and simps. Hey, we can even get them on board to say, hey, brother, we doing the same thing over here. You can get exactly what we getting if you practice this. You feel me? We set the standard nonetheless, and then we get results. That's how it works. But for you brothers out there, charge for your peace. It's not free. You worked hard for that, man. You slaved all day. You did your job. You cleaned your space. You made sure everything was good, and a chick is going to come up there and mess up your energy, right? Charge her for it. That's just what it is. I look at women as personally, because I look at women as assets or deficits, right? Assets or liabilities. I look at all people that way. And I don't mean in an objective way. I don't mean like, oh, well, what can she do for me? If she can't do nothing for me, she's useless. Nah, not really like that. I look at it more like a prize car or something like that, versus getting a Geo hatchback or something like that. They're both cars, right? They're both cars, but one of them is going to have they both probably going to take up the space. Let's say it's like a Corvette, Geos that kind of probably got like maybe a foot in length or something like that difference, so they sit in the garage, right? They both take up the same amount of space, but one is a depreciating asset and one is an appreciating asset. So while they take up space, they do have a liability to them. They have a liability to them due to the space that they're taking up and due to the upkeep and maintenance that you have to heap onto them. But the thing is, you should have a chick that outweighs her own liability, meaning that she is producing something in your life that is beneficial, or she's going to produce something that's beneficial. It doesn't necessarily have to be right up front right now. I mean, I would suggest men definitely do that. But if you know this chick is proven, she don't always have, make sure that she's got enough energy to get you, to where you need to go, and that you can have her over a few times. She ain't got to do nothing. For instance, like she cleaned your whole entire house one day. The next day, what else you going to do? I mean, yeah, you can have her do something else for certain, but you want to keep a good balance on this. Like you don't want to run a chick down into the ground. Definitely not. That's not what you want. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is here, you should charge something. Don't just let a chick in there and then you cater to her. You propping up the gynocracy in that sense. Just like Grinch said not too long ago on a video that he just did. You propping up the gynocracy. I understand that, a lot of men don't have a lot of principles. They don't have a lot of boundaries, but you need to get some, because this is what helps you cultivate these types of things. You need these things in order to reign over your life. Don't let a chick reign over your life. Don't let a chick reign over your space. How you keep control of a woman is you give her something to do. I'm not lying to you. I am not lying to you. If you let her sit idle for too long, she is going to come disruptive to you. I know this. I've experienced this several times. I'm not, believe me, everything that I say here, I'm telling you from failed experiences, right? I'm telling you from what I found out works, right? I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass or nothing like that. I'm telling you because I've lived these certain things with numerous women. And I'm not saying I get around the block or nothing like that, but I've experienced enough with women to understand that this is how things work. I didn't make the rules. Don't be mad at me, whatever. But get with the program, man. Charge a premium for your presence. Charge a premium for your peace as well. But anyways, this has been the Wolf and Beta Close. May you have a good day, and peace be with you.